Hi, everybody. It's Dee Slater with Create with Dee. Welcome to my Wednesday night live at 5. I hope that everybody had a great New Year's or less, I should say, a New Year's Eve party and everything. Our family enjoyed watching one of the college football games, and unfortunately, our Buckeyes did not quite get the job done, but it was still an exciting game, anyways. Um, so I hope again everyone's having a great day. I know it's been a minute, it seems like, since I've been on here with our live at fives. Just with the holidays kind of getting all crazy with the weather, and then I was a little under the weather myself. I needed to miss last week. But hopefully, all of you, I find you all in good health here today. And I probably will be taking a little extra sips. I still have a little catch in my throat. I'm feeling great, but it's just like sometimes talking a lot um, gets me a little, scratchy throat. So, anyways, let's go ahead and we'll get started on tonight's project here. Well, tomorrow starts the January through April mini catalog. And so I'm going to be featuring one of the products that you can find in the catalog. It's a bundle that's a stamp set and punch bundle. It's Petal Park. And I'm always up for a great floral stamp set and matching punch. Also, just as a reminder, in case you're not aware, that also tomorrow starts Celebration. It's a 2-month promotion where every $50 that you spend, you get a free item from the catalog. I can't open the catalog just yet per Stampin' Up's policy. I have to wait till it goes live. But there is a little perk if you get $50 of order before tax. Also, if you this is this week's class that you would get from me for free. If you spent $35 on an order or more, and you would get 4 cards, 2 of each of these, and we'll go over that here in a little bit more. But let's go ahead and get started on tonight's project. I'll turn the camera around to just the project. All right. So if you want to pop in and say hi, I would love to see that. Just let me know that you're there. That would be great. I didn't give my newsletter people much advance notice or any notice here this week. I've just been playing catch up since the holidays, I guess should say. So I feel like I'm a little bit behind schedule here. I don't know if you guys ever feel like that. But let's talk about today's cards and projects that we're going to do. Again, it's going to feature the bundle. It'll be the new bundle, the Petal Park. And this is a great 2-step stamp set. And by 2-step, it means that you can create layers by stamping images twice to really build that up. So one of the cards that we're going to make is a Z-fold card. But what I wanted to share with you on this one is that when you open it up, you can create these fun images from here. Hi, Devette. You know that I'm jealous of you. She's at my favorite vacation place in the whole wide world, Aruba. Love it. But a little Z card just to kind of showcase what you can do with this stamp set. And it also features the Regency Park Designer Series paper. And then the other project that we're going to make tonight is an easel card. And while you can put anything on this that you want, I love a good little desk calendar at a glance. And this is just small enough where it's not going to impede anything on my desk. And, and then it's a little calendar at a glance. And plus then we can look at pretty paper and I'll just kind of show how you can mix and match this Petal Park with some of the upcoming celebration paper as well. All right, well, let's go ahead and we're going to get started on this Z-fold first, simply because I think it's going to showcase really some potential of this stamp set. So let me bring in the materials that we're going to need. So a piece of basic white cardstock, and this is the standard cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to need some scrap basic white for our stamp and punch of our flowers. And this is, the sentiment, well, I don't know. Let me back up here a little bit. Petal Park does not have any sentiments with it. So, you would need to grab a sentiment from anything that you would like. And one of my other favorite bundles that's in the upcoming catalog or mini catalog is Something Fancy. It's got all of these sentiments, but I'm a little bit gaga for the labels that are part of this. Also, what Stampin' Up! Has done, I'll kind of just show you this, and I love this. I absolutely love it. You know how sometimes we're not quite sure, we might not know which die cut goes with our stamp set? They've now named them the same. So Something Fancy stamp set goes with Something Fancy dies. Woohoo! I love that. But I'm using these dies right here, and I've got those cut out of basic white and shaded spruce. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get some of our stamping done here first. All right, I'll go ahead and just start on the card base. You can pre-score this if you'd like. Well, I said I was going to do the stamping first. Yes, let's do that. All right, so in this designer paper, some of the colors that we're going to use today are, and that's in the designer paper, Night of Navy, Soft Succulent, Shaded Spruce, and Balmy Blue. So I'm going to use that's our color ink palette for this. And it's just going to tie back to the designer paper. So the sentiment I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. And as you guys, if you've watched me at all, you know that I'm label. I just can't do it. I can't put those labels on for anything. So on my cling stamp sets, I just never put the label on. So just go ahead and see how I do without it. All right. So this sentiment I love. It says, grateful for the everyday magic of you. Who would not like to get something to make them feel special with that? And I'm going to use my liquid glue and put a little glue on the back of that. We're just going to do a simple layering here, but look at that label. Love this layering. This is a good label for anything that you have that's got a lot of horizontal sentiment to it. It's got a lot of real estate for those longer sentiments that we have. All right, so let's do some punching. Our Stampin' Punch, we're going to punch out our flowers. This stamp set has two different sets, and one that's an outline and one that's a solid. And I wanted to show you that while this does stamp on top of that, I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm just going to show you the solid one by itself, and then how you can use kind of the line art one by itself as well. All right, so that's that one. Balmy Blue, you guys. Balmy Blue is in so many of the designer series paper in this mini catalog. I would recommend that you stock up on Balmy Blue cardstock. And if you need to get some inker for your Balmy Blue, now would be a good time because you're probably going to use it a lot. So this punch, the stamps that are here, you're going to stamp all three flowers and punch all three flowers out at once. I'm going to kind of turn this over to see where this needs to go. Let's see, I need to go this way. So I'm going to get my Balmy Blue on this. So that's going to be nice. It's like we're going to stamp once, punch once, but we're going to get three different images all at once. So let's see here. I think it's looks like get a good contact since it is solid. Alrighty, get this off to the side for just a moment. And we'll go ahead and get our punch in there. And you line it up to however that you'd like on it, you know, but like I said, like you stamp it and then it'll punch all three of them at once. Hopefully they didn't fly too many places. All right, so we've got our flowers. All right, I'm going to bring in my card base again. So to do this Z fold, it's fairly straightforward, even though it is a fun fold. You go ahead and score or fold your cardstock as normal. And then once you have that, you take your left hand or your right hand side and just fold it back towards the fold. And when you do that, you've made a panel that is 2 1/8. Okay, so we have that. So now our designer paper is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And I don't know if you can see this, but it almost looks like a jean pattern. that's on here a little bit. It's got a little bit of a jean look background on it. So it's kind of got a neat little texture. I don't want to call it a heather texture, but it's more like, you know, it does have a little textured look to it. And that backside of that paper is really good too. All right, I don't think the flowers have an up and down, but I'm gonna turn it this way anyways. All right, so just a real simple layer. So if you've ever done Z folds, that's just a pretty standard Z fold. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create this little look here on the inside of our card base. So on this one, I will show you the two-step process with the leaves on how we can get that look. All right, so first, you know, it's kind of like your choice whether you like to do the outline first and then the inside or vice versa. I kind of like to do the outline first, and that's just my personal preference. So I'm going to use the darker ink for the outline. So I'm going to use the shaded spruce. And so this, again, is all one stamp set. And what it's going to do, it's going to create this outline or the leaf area here, leaving negative places for us to put the flowers in. Hi, Amelia. Thank you so much. I'm going to stand up here just a little bit. And let's see, I want it to go like this. All righty. And you can put it probably pretty much in the center because we'll adjust everything accordingly. So I'm going to give a good contact on that. Oops, I can see I didn't get quite enough ink on the outside of it, but it'll still look really cute. So again, it's leaving that negative space here that we can put the flowers. And if you have that on the card front, I'm just going to digress just a little bit. You know, you can pop up, you could 3D your flowers with the leaves underneath of it. I just know I'm going to absolutely love, love, love this stamp set and play with it so much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close my shaded spruce. And now I'm going to get soft succulent. If you didn't have both of these colors and you did have just the shaded spruce, you could always stamp off on the next step here because that would give you a lighter shade. All right, I'm just taking that off because I do need this larger block here. And now I'm going to use kind of the filler leaf image here. And let's see here, I'll get that. Last month, this was the card that we made at our team meeting. So I'm gonna just kind of put that down. With those photopolymers here, the clear ones, like they have memory. So if you kind of stretch it out and then like what I kind of did there, I just kind of plopped it back on the block and it went good. All right, so now I'll go ahead and line it up. It's always interesting to do this when, you know, you're kind of maneuvering around a camera. And we'll put that on it. And we have that. So cute. Very, very super cute. All right, so now we're going to go bring back in our balmy blue and we'll get our flower again. Get some of this ink out of my road. All right, so we'll ink up our balmy blue. And you're like, gosh, Dee, where do I put the flowers? You just kind of maneuver it around until you see where like it just will naturally want to fall right into place. I'm going to get a little more ink coverage on this. Talking about re-inkers, I probably need to re-ink my balmy blue. I've used it quite a bit. And press. And so then look how cute that is. I just love how easy that went together. Love, love this stamp set. All right, get that closed up. All right, so now what I want to do is when the images or when the card base is closed, I want this to kind of, you know, be in the center of my leaves. So when it's closed, you can kind of see about halfway, and it's okay that part of the flower peeks over, but I just wanted you to kind of see where I'm going with where I want to have my placement on it. So I'll just put adhesive on what will be the left back side. And then I thought, well, let me just double check and make sure that I have the left back side here going. Whoops, got that clogged up already. So whether you use Stamp and Seal Plus or you use some liquid glue, you know, just something that's going to be flat here. And I'm going to put it so that the, you know, the label is about halfway, you know, on the halfway point there. All right, that looks good. All right, let's see here. Get my scrap paper out again. I'm going to go ahead and do the leaves. Again, on this one, I just want to kind of show you how you can utilize this two-step stamp set here and how the punch works as well. I always, you know, turn my punch upside down to see how the position of the stamp will be where it needs to be when I put it in. So if I look here, like the pointiest end of the leaf is facing down. See here, that's like the pointed end and the more rounded end. So here's the pointed end of the outline. And let's see here, I got my shaded spruce. I'm going to just do 2 leaves here for us today. So it needs to go, yes, in this direction. So I'm going to do 2 of them. And I spaced it just a little bit, just in case I need to. And I'll get the one that's going to be like the filler image on the leaf. Again, if you didn't have the 2 shades of green, you could always stamp off on one of them to get a lighter look. All right, so let's go ahead and punch out the leaf. And let's see, where's my scissors? I'm going to cut some of this excess off on the top just because if I don't, all of this, like the white that's up in the air here is going to go flying. Okay, so I think you can see how that goes. And this is why I wanted to give it a little extra room as well, just so that I could have a little, I could see where I needed to be. And line it up. And punch. Oops. So this one is going to give you a nice white outline when you punch, meaning the stamp doesn't go coast to coast, so you will always have a little bit of an outline on it. And let's go ahead and we'll kind of put some of this on it, or get our flowers now. Get this out of our road. And I want some glue dots. And you could use liquid glue on the back of this as well. I'm going to use glue dots to put the leaf on. So let's see here. Which ones do I have? I think I have this on this guy here. So I'm going to put so that the pointed end is facing outward. I don't know that it matters. Just kind of put a leaf somewhere here. Oops. And you know what I want to do that. What did I do? Miss it? Oh, still on the point. Glue dots only work if you get it off of your, what I want to say. Oh, goodness. Off of the take your pick tool. Hopefully everything was recording okay. It said that I lost my camera view here for a little bit. I don't know if it did, so hopefully we're good. All right, we'll do that. And then let's see, I think I want to do use a little more 3D on that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start building our flower. We'll get some dimensionals. Hopefully you guys can still see me, that I'm still streaming. I hope so. If you guys can hear me or see me, I'd really appreciate if you just would say hello. All right, so I'm going to keep moving forward with this and hopefully that everybody's good. All right, hopefully everything's good. All right. Oh, thanks, Rita. I'm glad that you like the paper. Thanks for commenting because my computer was saying it lost devices. Goodness. All right, so I'm going to put a dimensional on the larger one, and I'm going to just kind of put that up over here. And then I'll get the medium one, and I can put a dimensional on that. Sometimes I like to reinforce where I put the leaf. So I just put that over there. Oh, good. Thanks, Rita, for your feedback. I appreciate that. And let's see, we'll kind of put this flower this way or the leaf that way. I don't think it, oh, I covered up my sentiment. Let's go up just a little higher. Put it over this way. Just kind of play around with the positioning on that a little bit. Okay, now on this, I do want to, I'm just going to go right to, get my glue dot. And I'm going to put this leaf directly onto the sentiment. And now, let's see, with this, full dimensional, you could also use a mini one on the small ones. And we'll put that over top of that. And then I found that I'll be using the 2021-23 in color jewels on both of the cards. And so I kind of like, this is really like iridescent, and these colors really pick up a multitude of tones. And so even though that this is evening evergreen, supposedly it gets so much light reflection of so many different colors that you can really use these gems for just that, a lot of different color tones. It's not just for the in color. I find that I reach for it quite a bit. All right, so then that's, and I got this all covered up. You wouldn't cover up your sentiment quite like that. But you know, that's how you could use it. And then I just kind of, you know, decorated the envelope there as well for it. So that is our first card here tonight. Using our Petal Park. All right, put that off to the side. Okay, next I'm going to show you how that you can make these easel cards. Now, like I mentioned, it's like I'm using this one for a desk calendar, but you can use these for any cards that you want that, you know, just by nature that they'll stand up when the recipient gets it and you can enjoy it. A little tip before we get started to keep in mind that these will fit into a standard envelope because we'll get into the dimensions, but this is 4 1/4. So you do have a little bit of room on either side of it to go into your envelope. Just be wary that if you know, it's not going to fit this way if you have some of your things that overhang it, but you can so overhang some of it as long as it kind of stays within your standard envelope if that's what you want to do. All right, so let me kind of clear some of this out. And we'll get ready to make this easel calendar. But again, like this could be any card that you would want to do. All right, so be prepared for how little materials that you actually need to make this with. This is your standard basic white cardstock. And this is 4 1/4 by 11. And ahead of time, I've got it scored at, let me get my notes here to make sure I say it correctly. Got it scored at 4, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, that is correct. So the whole easel card, or the easel base, again, you're going to score it along the 11-inch side at 4, at 8 inches, 9, and 10. Okay, so there you can see that a little bit more. And then the layering pieces that I used here was rich raspberry, and this is cut at 4 by 3 3/4. And this is one of the options that you can choose for your celebration paper or celebration items for $50 for free with 50 purchase. And this is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. This paper, if you like flowers, you're going to love this. This is called Dainty Flowers, 12 by 12. Again, this is free free with a $50 purchase. This could be one of your selected items that you have. And there's a stamp set and die that matches this paper as well. But I just wanted to show how Petal Park Bundle would work with it as too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll get this put together first. So again, just going to layer my designer paper onto this. Alrighty, so we'll just get that matted down. Okay. All right, so let's make our base here. So for the base, everything kind of, well, what do I want to say? This, let me start over here. To make the easel, like you can see here that I folded this back. And then this we're going to fan fold. So this goes back, in, and back. So that when you look at it from this way, it makes a W. Okay, so we're going to fan fold it to make that W. And then this section here, this is going to be the back side of it. We'll connect it like so. So liquid glue or tear and tape, whatever you want to use. Tear and tape would be great for this, as well as the liquid glue, simply because you want something nice and strong that will hold it. Okay, so get this lined up here on the edge. I don't know if you can hear the buzz saw going, but we had a tree taken down right adjacent to our property here. It was losing a lot of limbs and we were afraid it was going to hit the roof. So I don't know if you can hear a saw going, but that's what is happening. All right, and that's it. So just remember the W and you'll be all set. All right, so let's see here. This is going to be my front side. So I'll go ahead and I'll get that glued down. Again, you can put whatever you want on here. Like this is great. Like if you want to, you know, build this up, if you had, maybe you were wanting to send somebody, you know, a post-holiday party that you wanted to share your family gathering with somebody, they could have your little family picture there propped up as well. All right, so I have here, these are the little tear apart calendars for 2023. And this is what I'm going to use for my calendar easel. I gave these away a couple of years ago to my bank tellers at our family business. I go to the bank every day, or almost every day. And I, you know, gave them these little desk calendar or these little calendars to enjoy. And they had them up well past the time that the calendars even went, because I think they just enjoyed the pretty paper and the, you know, the flower images that I had that year on it. And so I'm kind of excited. I think I'm going to make several of these and kind of pass out to some of my, like the people that I see every day and that help me out. All right. So, you know, you can put this, you can flank it to the left or right or the center. I'm just doing it kind of the center bottom. And sometimes when I'm making these little calendars, what I like to do is find a pattern paper that's got small print to it. If you had big print or another image there and you're putting a calendar or something else on it, you kind of lose the pattern. So my tip would just be to find either like, you know, just find a small print that you're doing that, and then whatever stamped images, you know, that can help be your focal point. All right, so what I wanted to share with you on this card then was to show how you can use the line art, like just the outline part of it on your colored cardstock to create the floral images too. So this time I'm going to use the ink colors of Rich Razzleberry and Mossy Meadow, and then putting them on a lighter shade of cardstock. So I'm using Fresh Freesia, and that's some of the colors that are in that stamp set and or in that designer paper. So I'll stamp that. And then, so this is a great way. Grab your scrap paper, of your color tones, and you know, you could use a variety of ones. And here's the outline. It's green on green. I'm just gonna stamp off 1,000 times here. Okay. And then I'll get that stamped here. And here, I want 4 of these. Okay. Oh, those are pretty light, but I'm going to go with it. Alrighty. And go ahead and we'll do our leaves first here. Again, kind of just put them in from left to right, whatever you would like to do. And we'll punch. And punch. Oops. I was losing one on my belly. There we go. And punch. And punch. That one is hardly, it's so light, I probably should have redone it. Okay, get rid of some of my scrappy scraps. And now I'll go ahead and I'll bring in my florals, the flowers. So it's the same punch, but we get 3 flowers and 1 leaf out of it. You know, we love our matching dies, but sometimes it's like I just really enjoy sitting down with a punch and not going over to my die cutting machine. And, you know, sometimes that just makes me happy. I don't know. How about you guys? Do you guys like enjoy a punch every now and then? I've got this little green paper everywhere. I lost one of my leaves, but we will keep plugging on. All right, so on this, I do want to use my glue dots. So I've got 2 glue dot or 2 leaves for this. So I'm going to put it on, you know, one of the sides. And we'll get kind of those. So I've got the glue dot on the front, and then just kind of make my little leaf on the back like so. And let's see, on this one, I just have my 4th one went flying. It's on the floor somewhere. I will just have to grab that later and add it later on. And let's see, let's put one on this one. And it doesn't matter if you use the pointed side or the roundy side on the leaf. It's really whatever preference that you have. All right, let's get some dimensionals on the back of these again. There they are. You know, it's amazing how I can work with a little, you know, I'm right here on about a 4x4 area as far as where the camera's at. And I can lose things in about 2 seconds. All right, so so on here, like I said, if you're wanting to put this on an envelope, in a standard envelope, you know, you can kind of get one of your envelopes and put it here and see like where your range might be on it. So I'm just going to purposely let it hang off to the side. I'm not going to press really hard. I'm going to see if I wanted to mail that, you know, oops, I might need to, you know, bring this down just a little bit. And now it would mail. So that's how you, if you're going to put it in a standard envelope again, you know, just kind of stage it a little bit to make sure that you stay within the realm of the length of the card or of the folder envelope. There we go. All right, so I've got that one. Add a little one up here, and now I'll get our in color jewels, and I'll use the Fresh Freesia, and just add a little bling to our flowers. And you are all set with this. And of course, you could always add a sentiment that you would like on there. I think what I'm going to do, especially when I give it to the bank tellers that I see almost every day, is on the back side of this. This is where I could either do some more stamping or put a little personal note, Or if you wanted to, if you know that this is going to be seen on two sides, you could even decorate the other side of this as well. But let me bring in the other cards and our stamp set. So this is just one of the newer bundles and stamp sets and tools that you'll find in our upcoming mini catalog here that starts tomorrow, woohoo, as well as Celebration. So I hope that this class here tonight gave you a little bit of an idea of some of the things that you could do with the Petal Park bundle, the stamp set, and just kind of have some fun with it. Again, if this is something that you like, if you do place a minimum order this upcoming week of $35 or more on my online store, I'll have the host code posted up here soon. I will send you enough materials to make 4 of these, 2 of each, and plus then if you get $50, of course you could get a free Celebration item. And again, that all starts tomorrow for the Celebration. All right, everybody, have a great week. I'm kind of happy to be feeling more perky again and, ready to create and make projects for you. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.